hackers stole over $2.3 billion from various blockchain projects. A lot of these attacks exploited simple flaws in code or sloppy security. In this video, we'll look at top 10 hacks and break down how they happen. Reports show that 1.6 billion was taken in direct hacks and exploits. The top 10 hacks alone accounted for most of that. Many attacks happened every 6 days. It's a big reminder that no blockchain project is fully safe. Let's start with the 10th biggest hack and go to the biggest one. Number 10, Cur Finance. Cur Finance lost around $62 million. The cause was an older version of a programming language called Viper. It had a bug that attackers run a re-entrancy attack. In simple terms, a re-entrancy bug allows a hacker to call the same function over and over before the smart contract can update its records. They kept draining money, a bit like withdrawing multiple times before your bank notices the balance change. This breach caused the price of Cur token to drop and forced the team to push out code updates. It shows why using older code can be risky. Number 9, CoinX. CoinX lost $70 million after hackers got the private keys to several hot wallets. A hot wallet is always online, which makes it easier to trade but also exposes it to more threats. Once the hackers had the keys, they moved funds to their own addresses. CoinX spotted unusual withdrawals and paused transactions, but it was too late. The breach highlights that large exchanges must tightly control how they store private keys. Number 8, Orbit Bridge. Orbit Bridge helps users move funds between blockchains. It uses multi-signature wallets where several parties must sign off on transactions. In theory, it adds security. But in this hack, attackers compromised multiple private keys, which let them approve their own withdrawals. They took about 82 million in different coins. They then used privacy tools like Tornado Cash to cover their tracks. This incident showed that multi-signature setups can fail if keys themselves aren't well protected. Number 7, Huobi Bridge and HTX. The Huobi chain bridge and the HTX exchange lost around 97 million combined. These were access control attacks. People got hold of private keys that controlled the bridge and exchange wallets. Once inside, hackers approved large transfers. The shocking part is how many keys were leaked or mishandled. Big question remained, did someone inside help or was it just poor security? In the end, it was a big reminder that bridging funds and running an exchange requires strict key management. Number 6, Atomic Wallet. Atomic Wallet is a non-custodial wallet, which means users control their own keys. But in 2024, some users lost up to $100 million. Security pros say it might have been a supply chain attack where hackers tampered with software updates or a flaw in how the wallet generated private keys. Either way, once the criminal got private keys, they moved coins out of the users' wallets. People filed a case action lawsuit after that, showing that even personal wallets aren't bulletproof. Number 5, BonkDAO. BonkDAO hack was an oracle manipulation. An oracle gives a protocol the price of a token. If you can change that price, you can break the system. The attacker inflated the price of wrapped alliance block tokens called WallBT. Once WallBT was overvalued, they used it as a collateral to borrow huge amounts of Bonk stablecoin. It was almost like faking a giant bank balance to take out bigger loans. The attack cost BonkDAO about $120 million. Using one oracle can be a disaster if it's not secure. Number 4, PoonEx lost $124 million when hackers got into its hot wallets on Ethereum and Tron. It was another case of private key theft. By this time, PoonEx noticed most of the funds had already moved. This hack renewed debates about whether exchanges should keep most of their holdings in cold wallets, which stay offline. PoonEx had to ensure users they would beef up security. It's an old issue that never goes away. Number 3, Multichain. Multichain, a big name in cross-chain bridging, was hit for $127 million. Hackers took advantage of multi-party computation, MPC wallets. Normally, MPC splits up signing power to reduce risk. But in this attack, the criminals somehow gained enough control to authorize massive transfers. Some people suspected an inside job because the fund sat unmoved for days, which is unusual. There was also talk about the project's CEO being arrested, further complicating the story. It reminded everyone that bridging solutions often carry extra risk. Number two, Euler Finance. Euler Finance lost $197 million in a flash loan attack. Flash loans let you borrow large sums without collateral as long as you pay them back in the same transaction. The hacker found a vulnerability in Euler's e-token function that let them manipulate token balances. They borrowed a huge amount, messed with the values, and repaid the amount, walking away with extra funds. The attacker later returned most of it after negotiation with Euler. It showed how fast money can vanish if your smart contracts aren't airtight. Number one, Mixin Network. The biggest hack of 2024 happened to Mixin Network. Attackers got into Mixin's cloud database, which stored important data for transactions. Once inside, they took about $200 million from user accounts. Mixin had advertised itself as decentralized, but it still used a central database. That single point of failure gave criminals an easy entry. After the attack, Mixin froze deposits and withdrawals and had to figure out how to handle user losses. These incidents remind us that private keys, flawed smart contracts, and weak access control lead to massive losses. Storing keys offline, doing rigorous code audits, and using real-time monitoring tools can reduce this risk. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe the channel for more such contents. Thanks for watching.